Hey guys, Priscilla back here with Holistic Healing Homestead. So, out here getting a little natural sun. Look at that glow. It is nice and warm today, so out, t-shirt on, getting stuff done. So, wanted to give the part two. I finally got this probably about 95% complete with the mulch and also part two on the biochar. So, here is what it is looking like now that the mulch is in, and you can kind of see the temporary identifier so little people can't step on my plants. I've got the blueberry here, pineapple, guava back there. There is a pomegranate between that pink and that red and white brick. Then this is going to be the giant Fuyu persimmon and another blueberry, another pineapple guava. So I'm not going all the way to the fence line just yet. I am going to clean that up a little bit more. My grass is about to get cut, and I do want to stain that fence right there, so I don't want the mulch to go all the way up to it just yet. And then I'm debating whether or not I'm painting and changing vinyl. Definitely changing vinyl, but I'm not sure if I'm going to keep the red brick or if I'm going to paint the brick. I'm thinking of a gray on gray, dark gray brick, light, like a lighter, but like a mid gray, not like a pastel gray, but like a little bit of a darker gray, but not a dark gray, with like black shutters, black front door. Tell me what you think. And then staining the fence more of like a blackish grayish color. So this is all mulched in, and then I'm going to have a different, I'm going to plant watermelon in between, so this will eventually fill out with watermelon as well while the other plants start to grow and mature. So that's it for the front. So I'll take you to the back real quick. So in here in the greenhouse, you can see the lovely biochar. So yeah, eventually I'll just drain that, and I can put the solids, just use the liquid, and then I can put the solids back in the compost for it to continue to inoculate. And then that liquid can just get poured onto whatever soil mixtures that I make, and it'll immediately boost the soil quality, and it'll add life to the soil. So you can take pretty much any topsoil, add that mixture to it, and it'll bring that soil to life without having to do any of those extra fertilizers, which I particularly don't care for. But yeah, so letting some of my plants come out of the greenhouse, and look at this. Look at this beauty right here. That is a lemon. Look at the size of my hand, and look at that. That is a ponderosa lemon, and that is one of a few that are still left on the plant. And then I believe, other than dealing with some leaf miner from being in the greenhouse, the rest of it's looking good. My key lime, which is next to it, although it's yellowing a little bit, so I'm actually going to take some of that biochar and stick in there, is flowering. So let's not break your glasses, Priscilla. But yeah, it's flowering, so the bees will discover it soon enough. And then that's another task I gotta, because I had 4 hives, split it into 4 hives. So remember, the Delaware homestead, I had 3 hives, but I split some on the process of coming down, and some of them made it, some of them didn't make it. I'm gonna sit down, it's hot. Sit in the sun for a little bit. Some of it made it, some of it didn't make it. So I eventually ended up having 4 boxes or 4 hives down here, and I think only 2 made it through this winter. So within the next couple of weeks, but definitely before the end of the month, I'm going to do an inspection on them to see how they're doing. But yeah, the rest of the garden is starting to come together. I actually planted some things in the raised bed near the greenhouse. So along here, I've got tatsoi. And I've got 1, 2, 3 cabbages. This is all onions. Starting from here, directly in the middle is Swiss chard. And then there's 3 cabbages there. So yesterday I did end up creating some soil. So what I did was I took soil from here, and it's mostly sandy, and then I use a little bit of vermiculite, and then a little bit, this glare is crazy, a little bit of the biochar that I said. So a little bit goes a long way because they multiply rather quickly. The crucial thing is to keep, there we go, keep the soil moist. I love that glow. Okay, let me stop talking about myself. To keep the soil moist. So here, I'll show it to you this way. So this arch finally went up. This was a hassle. Please do not come at me about how crooked it is. It's up, and that's all that matters. So we walk in this way. Eventually the grapes that are here and grapes that are here will go around. So I'm not going to give you a full garden tour because there's not much in here just yet, but I just want to show you. So I put up pictures on Facebook, but I kind of want to show YouTube what is in the ground. So I've got the rest of the cabbages right here and Swiss chard here, and then in between the Swiss chard I'm going to put some more onions. So initially onions were here, but they died out, so I'm going to put onions in between the Swiss chard, and then we're just going to work our way down in planting. We'll work our way down there too. There is lettuce over there, and then there's asparagus and strawberries over here, and we're still working on filling up this half, but we're going to slowly make our way down this way first and coming back around. Yeah, so this is the other arch that we had worked on before, and this is another arch here. All right, and then here is this, actually now all the way down. I got some more containers, so it actually goes all the way down now. There is a grapevine here, and I'm going to plant another one there. It's there already, but I'm going to plant it in the ground so that those will take over here. And then yeah, and then that's the project over there that we was working on the other day. So there is blackberries in there and grapes at the arch, and then on the ends, like where the potted plants are, see if I can find my finger. There goes my finger. One here and one on the other end next to the potted plants. There is a blueberry on one side and a currant on the other side. So can't wait for the grass to green up a little bit. My landscaper is coming to cut that today, so that'll start looking good since the weather is warming up where we are, and start getting the ground planted so it's workable at this point. And then the other surprise is going to be outside in the back where the orchard's going to go, so stay tuned. All right, thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.